What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another game for you today. I got a game against Ian and Ian's Sylvan Elf army. Now, Ian actually has like 5 armies. I just found this out the other day too. But you've seen me in earlier videos where I used to play against his Warriors of the Cthulhu Gods, and then he also has Vampire Coven, which was one of his first armies, but now he's playing with Sylvan Elves. He also has, I think, Beast Herds and Empires, what I think I heard him say to Fergus the other day, but whatever. So he's playing his Sylvan Elves, which is an army that he really wanted to get ready together for Blood in the Sun. Doesn't look like the timing's going to play out for it, but maybe for Buckeyes, who knows. Anyways, so I went out there. I'm going to go ahead and play against Ian. Now, to be honest, Sylvan Elves is one of those armies that I just have a tough time playing against. They're so damn squirrely, man. They're just like, you know, they run around. You can never catch them. They freaking have a huge range, and then if you do get in close combat, they're just gonna rip apart your units because they're faster than goddamn orcs. So I wasn't looking forward to this, but at the same time, I like this kind of game because it gives me practice, more or less. Anyways, let's go over our list. For my side, I brought 35 Orc Ed Bashers, and these are just common Orc Ed Bashers, just base of the base Orc Ed Bashers. Paired weapons, no savages. They do have the BSB with them. Sorry, this picture's a little shadowy. And that giant behemoth in the middle, that's actually just a unit filler. That's a massive unit filler. But I think it looks great. Anyways, right behind him, you could see I have a unit of 20 orcs with crossbows. These are the crossborks, the toothed crossborks. And then over here I got a unit of the 6 boar boys of the Borpocalypse. These guys right here, they have Mykonox Totem. They basically just turn off all magic items in a unit. And then I know the characters are all split around over here. On the bottom right, that is Baxter. Baxter is a level 2 goblin shaman with lore of little gods. In the back right, that is going to be my 6 cave trolls, which I think I have a better picture of it. I'll just get to it in a second. And then on the left, that is 5 wolf riders. Yes, there's some special characters in that wolf rider unit. That's pretty awesome, actually. They're just basically fast cav. It's 5 fast cav. But in that unit, you can see I have Chickenhead, the original Longshot, or Gatilla the Hunter, and and Baron Longshot. I'm also going to throw in my Goblin Shaman that I made and just have that unit just like all decked out. That'll look funny as hell. Anyways, over here, like I said, I got my 6 cave trolls. Then I have over here, I have the A-Rock. The A-Rock is my Gargantula spider, the trusty and just dominating Gargantula with the web launcher upgrade. I got King Koopa. King Koopa is a Goblin Lord on a Huntsman Spider, and then I got Warboss Dread Irontooth on his Wyvern Nidhogg. I got 2 Stone Throwers, then I also have, I don't think I have them pictured here, but anyways, I'll get to it in a second. I have a unit of 5 Squig Hoppers. I would afford a 6th one if I can, but I cannot. I cannot find the fucking 10 points for that. And then I have a level 2 Orc Shaman, which I dubbed Kieran the Coyote. Kieran is level 2 with an extra spell, Lore of the Big Wog, or Gods. Anyways, for my opponent, he has this giant block of Dryads over here. Dryads. I don't know. I keep forgetting which one's the right one. I know somebody gave me a freaking YouTube clip that says Dryad, and it didn't stick to me, however it was supposed to be pronounced. But anyways, this is just a block of Dryads. They're coming this way. Over here he has on the left, that is one of those Tree Fathers, or the monster ones, not the character ones. And then in the back you can see that big gray block of guys in the back, those are actually rangers with great weapons and the flaming banner, which scares the crap out of me. He has 2 bats in the back that are acting as eagles for now, and then he has 2 units of skirmishers, and these skirmishers are just, they have like they're not pathfinders, they're something else, but basically they have poison shots. The big guy right there, that's his BSB, and then he has all his characters, which are usually just like shamans, wizards, or whatever. Over on this side, you can see all those sisters there, or witches, whatever they're called, blade dancers. They're gonna go ahead and be the war dancers, and then he has 2 units of archers, and then he also has a special unit of treekin thicket beasts. Yeah, that's it. For my magic, I got the Foot of Gork, I got Fist of Gork, I got Zap, I got Evil Eye, and then I got, it looks like Gift of the Mother Spider. Now, this is like one of the last games I'm playing with these cards. I got my new cards coming up. Maybe, no, I have one more video with the old cards, and then I can switch over to the new cards so you guys can see that. If you guys are interested in cards and you're going to be at Buckeyes, BiTS, or ETC, let me know, and I could probably get them to you, but there is going to be a little bit of a printing cost for that. But anyways, over here, as you can see, we lined up battle line, standard battle line. That's Fergus in the back corner. They're both stroking their chin, Ian and Fergus. They're just kind of like, you know, it's a good thinking moment right now. Anyways, we lined up across each other. Now, part of this is like, I'm SOL. I hate fucking Sylvan Elves. We're playing that thing in the middle as a pond. Obviously, the 3 gray spots are forest. He did pull out the forest in the middle. That's his forest. And then we have 2 hills and a house. I believe... Excuse me. I believe I win first turn. And one of the things, I didn't line up like I had first turn. I lined up like I was going to get second turn, so I kind of just pushed back a little bit. I'm not on the 12-inch mark. So it's kind of worked against me. Vanguard, I go ahead and I move up my Wolf Riders over here. I think the whole reason was just to chaff up his giant monster for a turn or 2. And then I decided, you know what, screw it. Turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. I'm moving Koopa up on the left. Koopa's just taking a flank by himself. He does that sometimes. I move the A-Rock up onto the pond just to play with the pond mechanics. I love the fact that the A-Rock is Strider, so it doesn't really matter if I'm in the pond. And then everybody else just kind of, you know, like, I didn't want to move too far up ahead. At the same time, I kind of need to because he's just going to shoot me anyways. But we'll see how that goes. Magic Phase got 7 power dice. So go ahead and I do Foot of Gork right away. 4 dice, get it off. He dispels it. Ugh. Alright, so I go ahead and I use the rest dice onto Fist of Gork onto my general. He lets it go through. And we're going to go to shooting. I should have done... I thought about it too. I should have just gave these guys poison on the first turn. But I wanted to get the Fist of Gork out just so it makes him waste dice later on. You can see Kieran the Coyote in the middle of this unit right now. Kieran the Coyote is giving this unit a 5-up board against a magic resistance, basically. So these guys are going to go ahead and start shooting. And they pick off 2 of the archers. And then I realized the archers are probably a bad target right now. I'm going to go ahead and do the web launcher. And I'm trying to use the web launcher to kill skirmishers. Just because skirmishers are going to have harder bonuses just to normally shoot at. So I'm just hoping that if I get a web launcher or a rock lobber or something on them, that it'll crush like 3 to 4 of them. But it totally missed here. This rock lobber here is going to go ahead and shoot at him. And it only clips off 1 dude. The other one misses entirely. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 1. Sylvan Elves. Now, Sylvan Elves, he's going to go ahead and charge his tree father here into my Wolf Riders. I put my Wolf Riders in the worst possible angle. I'm going to fail the terror check, and they just run off the table. Koopa passes his panic check from them running away, and Koopa just doesn't care. Now, his tree father is going to go ahead and redirect into Koopa, and Koopa's just like, fuck you, dude. I'm going to just stand here. I don't care. So Koopa just stands there, and that's extremely long charge. I think it's like a 12 on his charge. Over here, as you can see, he uses a bat to block up my Boar Boys of the Boar Apocalypse. He goes ahead, he starts moving up his Blade Dancers on the right. He's going ahead and moving up everybody on the left. He's a bit worried about the A-Rock, which, I mean, in all fairness, I would be too if I was an elf. And as you can see, he just kind of fails charge here, and everybody moves up. Magic Phase, he got 6 dice. He goes ahead and he tries to throw up Redwood Shaft. I don't have a picture of it. He tries to do a Redwood Shaft onto the A-Rock, and I just go Dispel Scroll. I'm not even going to mess with that right on the first turn. So he goes ahead and he does all these shots, these poison shots and shit, into the A-Rock. Does only 1 wound that went through armor. These guys are going to go ahead and start shooting at Koopa. And he gets 3 wounds off, and he's just like, whatever. If anything gets through, that's cool. If not, I don't really care. And 1 wound got through. What the fucking 1-up armor, and 1 wound goes through the armor and the regen and wounds Koopa. I should burn that dice is what I should do. Throw it in the microwave and just let it boil. Anyways, over here more archers are shooting at my crossbows. They only kill off 1 crossbow, and it's going to go ahead and start off turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. the squigs were hiding behind the A-Rock. We're like, charge! And they're charging into that fucking eagle so the boar boys don't have to. I know he's trying to chaff out the boar boys, but at the same time, I'm not too worried. Oh, excuse me. I'm not too worried. Over here on this side, I just decided, you know what? Koopa's actually kind of safe. Koopa is not the one to worry about archers and dryads and all that crap and eagles. So Koopa just moves up like so. And I start moving up the core boys in up with the trolls. And one thing I didn't like is the way I set it up. I'm covering up my shots for my crossborks. So I really should have just paid attention to that more. I go ahead and I move. Try to keep Dread close enough where he could help out with the trolls, keep their leadership bubble good. And I just kind of played around with the boar boys on the right side. They just kind of reformed to face off at those blade dancers, and then the A-Rock's still trying to web launch some shit. Magic phase, got 7 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up poison. Fail it. I try to do a small evil eye. He dispels it. I try to throw 4 dice onto the foot of Gork. I get it off, and he dispels it. Wow. Alright. Shooting. Gonna go ahead and shoot this rock lobber. I'm like, you know what? Let's just hit that fucking giant monster right now. Hit him. Wounds him. Ordnance. It does 3 wounds. He fails his ward save. That's awesome. Start with the rock lobber. This rock lobber was like, nah, fuck it. Misfire. Over here, all these freaking crossborks, they're gonna start shooting at his archers, and they kill off 4 archers. And I'm just trying to pick on one unit. Just fuck it. Pick on one guy. And then over here, close combat, the squigs only do 2 wounds. It was impact hits, did 2 wounds, and then I whiff. I whiff big. He sticks there in combat. I think he only kills like one of my squigs. He does kill one of my squigs. And I reform like so, and it's going to go ahead and start off Sylvan Elves turn 2. Sylvan Elves turn 2. He didn't charge Koopa, but he's moving up his units on the left to come on in this way. He moves his archers back. He realized if Koopa goes that close, Koopa's going to charge one of the skirmishing units, and I really hate these fucking archers, so I'm just trying to charge them. And he goes ahead and uses other archers on this side, those other skirmishers, as more chaff. This sucks. I honestly don't want to get into a fight with the boar boys. Into his blade dancers. Those are too many fucking attacks. They have armor piercing. They're gonna kill my boar boys. That's what's gonna happen. So he just goes ahead and chasts me like this. Chasts me like this. Magic phase. He got 6 power dice. I lost my spot on the freaking thing. Where is it? 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up 4 dice onto Devouring Darkness. And I was like, oh, you're not going to suck in my trolls. So I throw all my dice to dispel that one. And it leaves him a couple dice left to go ahead and do Curse of the Wildwood. And he puts it right onto my Orc unit. And I can't really do much about it. Over here, I believe this guy has a shooting attack. He goes in and shoots at Koopa. Doesn't do shit. And then some of his archers shot my A-Rock, did 1 wound. Close combat over here. The squigs finally finished off the eagle, and they're just going to go ahead and reform, which was really hard because that fucking pond that we had, it was just like rubble. And it's going to go ahead and start off turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. The squigs are going to continue charging at shit. They're going to charge into those fucking archers. Koopa is charging those skirmishers right in front of him. He's like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm here to kill some skirmishers. Let's kill them. So Koopa charges in like so. Squigs charge in like so, and that's about it. Everybody else is kind of just like chilling like this. The boar boys turned around, and the A-Rock's kind of like sitting back, still trying to web launch those fucking blade dancers. There's too many blade dancers for me to deal with. Dread, I decided to go far left on Dread and hope that he could get a flank or threaten a flank. So his rangers and his big monster dude have to kind of like think twice about what they do. Magic phase, I got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a couple dice onto Evil Eye, get it off, blow up 3 of these archers, that weakened archer unit. I go ahead and I throw up 1 dice on the Gift of the Spider God, failed it. I throw 3 dice onto, it looks like Eerie Goo or something. I don't remember what spell that is. I can't even tell. Anyways, it didn't go off anyways. It doesn't matter. Over here, shoot the web launcher, misfires, and I take a wound. He's like, you're doing my job for me. And I was like, this sucks. Over here, this rock lobber shoots at the freaking... these guys only kills 1. This rock lobber goes ahead and shoots and does another 2 wounds. So I killed 3 guys total on that turn of shooting. Over here, close combat, Koopa killed that son of a bitch. And he's just going to go ahead and turn this way. And then over here, the Squig Hoppers, impact hits, kills 3 of them, and they eventually just kill off the whole unit. I decided to overrun with the Squig Hoppers so that way it chaffs up his sword bastards, or whatever they are. Not sword bastards, blade dancers. Anyways, going to start off turn 3, Sylvan Elves. He's going to go ahead and charge his Thicket Beasts into my Boar Boys. I decide I'm going to flee. He charges my Squig Hoppers, and I'm going to stand there. And then he charges Koopa. Now, here's the thing, is I actually had the opportunity. He has to charge both of these units. I have the opportunity to flee, but if I flee, I'm going to run past one of his eagles that's playing chaff on my orcs. If I run past that eagle, I pop out the other side of my unit, and he'll chase Koopa off the table with his eagle. So I refused to. I just sat there, let him take the hits. Fuck it. So he gets in like so. BAM! Oh crap. And he's just like, Koopa's laughing though. He's like, ah, these fucking trees are tickling me. Alright, over here, these guys got in, of course. And my pictures got blurry all of a sudden. And then he goes in and he moves up everybody like so. And like this as well. Magic phase. He got 5 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up Turn of Smoke on my trolls. And he gets it off with double 6s. And I'm just like, you know what? Go ahead and do it. His miscast didn't even really do shit. I think it was like, took a wound on a guy or 2. Close combat over here. His fucking blade dancers just ripped apart my fucking squigs. And then over here, Koopa was like, dude, he had to charge in those archers. He had to charge in those archers to get the Dryads in. The Dryads have 3 ranks. They're going to potentially do a wound. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just hit the archer block and kill those guys. Those guys don't have a ward. Those guys are chumps. Koopa goes, kills 3 of them. Alright? It makes me lose combat still. I mean, he has a big flank. Probably charge downhill. Okay, big flank. Charge downhill. That's 3. 3 ranks. That's 6. And banner 7. He didn't do any wounds to Koopa. I did 3 wounds back on his archers. I almost killed off all the archers too. And so I'm down by 4, which is a 4 rerollable or 5 rerollable because I think Dread's in line there. And I fail it. I run like a 7. He runs ridiculously high and he catches Koopa and eats Koopa. God damn it! Koopa was actually really close on just staying there. I mean, if I would have passed that leadership check, the game would have been just different and almost over in a matter of seconds here. Over here, as you can see, these guys were all just chaffing. He overran with those archers, those one who caught him, and he overruns right in front of my orcs. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. I'm like, well, fuck it. I think I charged the trolls into the eagle and he flees, or no, I charged the orcs into the eagle and he fled, and then I go ahead and I charge the orcs into those archers and I believe they stick, and then I go ahead and I move the trolls up. I move Dread around the flank again, and I move the A-Rock back. The Boar Boys obviously rallied, but I'm like, you know what, I know it's pushing back for a turn, but I still have everybody alive except for Koopa. I'm not doing too bad. Alright, Magic Phase, I got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up. I don't know what I throw up, but he decides to dispel my Fist of Gork before Dre got too close. And then I go ahead and I throw up Evil Eye. He dispels it. And then I go ahead and I throw up Foot of Gork and I fail it entirely. Over here, Shooting Phase, I'm going to shoot this Rock Lobber into his unit of Rangers. Actually, I was aiming for his monster and it drifted to the unit of Rangers. Killed off 2 of them. And that's all my turn really was. Going to go ahead and start off turn 4. Sylvan Elves. Turn 4 Sylvan Elves. He is... I don't think he charged. I think he just kind of like settled up where everybody was. He rallied the fucking eagle. He got Magic Phase 8 power dice. Goes ahead and he throws up Curse of the Wildwood on the orcs again. And he tries to do Turn of Smoke again, but I think I dispel it. And that was it for his turn. It's going to go ahead and start turn 5 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 5. I charge the trolls into the eagle. He... I think takes it because he wants me to turn and redirect and all that crap, and I'm like, okay. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I was thinking that the trolls would be fine against his rangers, but I really wasn't thinking that he had a flaming banner in that unit. Dread charges in, and the other thing too is the way they were angled. I was hoping that if I overran, I would overran into his Dryads. So Dread charges in, the Trolls get in, and I'm like, shit, I'm not going to reach that angle. I tried. I really did try. But then at the same time, I was like, if he charges me with his Rangers and doesn't kill all my Trolls, I'm going to be able to countercharge him with my Orcs. We'll see how that goes. So this is how it looks. Magic phase, I got 10 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up 4 dice on the Evil Eye. He dispels it. Then I go ahead and I throw up 4 dice on the Foot of Gork, and I get it, but he dispels it again. I throw up 2 dice onto the Mother Spider, and I fail it. My magic has been doing shit this game. Shooting phase, the freaking crossbows are going to shoot at these Blade Dancers to kill off 3 of them. The Web Launcher is going to go ahead and shoot and kill off, it looks like 1 or 2 more. The Trolls start off close combat. They end up hitting the fucking Eagle. I didn't expect the Eagle to fucking stand there. I didn't kill the fucking Eagle. That sucks. The Eagle's going to run, and when it runs, I chase, and it gets right here in front of his Thicket Beasts. Dread ends up killing off, I don't know, like 3 or 4 guys. Dread ends up winning combat, and the Dryads just sit there. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 5 Sylvan Elves. He's charging in. He's charging his Rangers. If my Trolls would have got 1 more inch, they would have been off the hill. But he's charging his Rangers into my Trolls. He's charging his Tree Father Ancient, whatever it's called, into Dread, which is bad because it's going into Dread's flank. And he gets in here. He gets in here. The fucking Eagle rallies. Of course the Eagle rallies. He's moving the skirmishers in the back to hopefully get away and save some points. Magic phase, he got 10 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up Beast Within on these guys. I tried to stop it, but I couldn't. Then he goes ahead and he does Devouring Darkness, and this one goes off, ends up killing off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Orcs. Wow. And then over here, close combat, he goes ahead and he attacks. Now, these guys have like 2 attacks apiece in the front row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14 attacks, plus another 5 guys in the back. He's getting, if there wasn't a champ, he's getting close to 20 attacks. He does all 20 attacks, hitting on 2s. Missed maybe 1. Wounding on 2s. Flaming. Killed every fucking troll. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was just brutal. Holy shit. And he reforms them facing my Orcs. And then over here, the monster, I'm like, you know what? I've already had this fight happen before. Dread was fighting one of those fucking Tree Fathers. And the Tree Father punked him with the ordnance shot. So his Dryads went first. His Dryads didn't even wound Dread. And I'm like, you know what? He has a charge and a flank on me on top of how many wounds he's going to do, whatever. I'm just going to hit the Tree Father. And I end up hitting the Tree Father with just Nidhogg. Just Nidhogg. And Nidhogg hits him. Ordnance shots. And BAM! Got his ass. Killed him to the fucking T. And then Dread goes ahead and hits some Dryads. Dread is still sitting there in combat. Dread's sitting pretty. And at this moment, we're going to go ahead and do turn 6, Orcs and Goblins, and we decided to call the game there because we wanted to get another game in with Fergus, and it was just time-wise. So we added it up, and we talked it out. We talked out about what are the options right now. I'm not going to charge the Rangers. The Rangers are going to do 20-something wounds to my Orcs. I'm going to lose combat big, and I mean big. I could pick at them, but I could also pick at those Blade Dancers that only have 3 left. I could pick on one of his Wizards that running around solo. I could pick on that Eagle. There's a lot of targets for me to pick at, but basically what it comes down to is it's a small win for the Orcs and Goblins. My dog found her squeak toy right now, by the way, guys. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But it's a small win for the Orcs and Goblins. Nothing big, but you know what? That's great. That's great for a fucking Sylvan Elf army for me to walk away with any victory at all. And I'm totally okay with that. Besides that, guys, I got another game coming up against Fergus. That was immediately following this game. And then I have one more game in the bank that's against Dan. So Dan came out with his Highborn Elves. I haven't fought Dan in a long time, so this will be a fun game for me. And so guys, that's about it. Sorry, I'm like a little bit less energetic than usual, but I have a sore throat going on right now, so that's kind of like rough to do a video on a sore throat. But guys, if you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you guys have any comments or feedback, leave it in the comment section below. I love to hear what you guys have to say about strategies and whatever. Like I said, Sylvan Elves is one of those armies that's just hard for me to deal with overall. So to pull out any kind of a positive win or even a tie, I would have been happy with. I think it's still a good thing. Now, for Ian's gonna go back to his Warriors of the Cthulhu Gods, just for Blood in the Sun, because he's not gonna have this whole army painted by in time. We have like 2.5 weeks till the dice down at the Blood in the Dojo or Blood in the Sun. Anyways, besides that, guys, I'm still heading to Greece. If you guys can, and it would be much appreciated, please donate to the channel. You could donate to the YouTube channel itself. You could hit PayPal and just donate me directly. I'll leave a link in the description box. Or you could just go ahead and go to my GoFundMe page, which is also on the description box. And anything is appreciated, guys. It would help me to get out there. It would help me be able to put out more content for you guys. And guys, I really, really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying all my Orc and Goblin content that I'm putting up, as well as some of the Ogre content that I've been putting up. And I will be posting more as soon as I can make them. I'm trying to pump these videos out because I'm actually behind. Like, as you can tell, I have 2 more videos coming up. Tomorrow I'm going to play probably 2 or 3 games at the dojo. And it's just, they start to add up, they start to pile up, and I'm not catching up, and I'm afraid that I'm going to start forgetting stuff that happened. So I try to get it out to you guys as soon as possible. I'm feeling a little bit better with this list that I have for Blood in the Blood in the Sun. I do like the Boar Boys still. They're still able to turn off the Death Star abilities, all the magical items, which sometimes makes or breaks the Death Star. So I think that's a good thing. Turning off wards is huge for me. But yeah, you'll see how it does against Fergus's Undying Dynasty's Death Star coming up in the next video. Anyways, guys, take care, peace, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.